Caitlin, I'm sorry you won't be able to join us Saturday, but I understand. So I'm making a special video for you not to share on social media of the new trick I will be debuting. For you, I'll be doing it sitting down so that you can get it the whole thing in the camera. Saturday, I will be doing this standing up. What you'll be missing is something very special, because inside of this elegant bag, I do not carry my lunch. I have something called the 3-cup mystery. Many magicians will say this is the oldest trick in magic. It is no doubt one of the most iconic classics of magic, and more importantly, it is the reason that I fell in love with magic in the first place. So we're going to do a little trip backwards in time on this 3-cup mystery and the history of it. And it is the reason I fell in love with magic, because a long time ago I saw this magician and he did this trick with these 3 cups. Not these 3 cups, obviously, but he did a trick with 3 cups like these cups. And he had this magic wand. Not this magic wand, but he had a magic wand, and he just gave the end a squeeze, and he had a little tiny baseball. And he said, that's ball number 1 for cup number 1. For cup number 2, he gave the one a spin, and he had ball number... I am sorry, this is not ball number 2 for cup number 2. I think your mom has messed with my props. This is actually ball number 3, and I can tell it's ball number 3 because ball number 3 is the one that could do that. But we're going to call it ball number 2 for cup number 2. Blame your mother. For cup number 3, he gave the wand not 1 spin, but 2 spins, and he had ball number 3 right on the cup, right where he wanted it. That was the moment that I fell in love with magic. That little moment sent me on a 25-year journey learning the mystery of the cups. So that's been 25 years now of finding all the different ways that these little balls like to play hide and seek. And there's something I learned along the way. It's not the wave that makes the ball disappear. It's not the tap that makes the ball disappear. It's not even the fancy wand spins that make the ball disappear. It's the eyebrow. See, it's the magician eyebrow. The magician lifts his eyebrow way up, gives the ball that magician look, and the ball vanishes. But don't worry, they're not that hard to find, because much like your sister playing hide and seek, the balls always hide in the same spot, so it makes them really easy to find. Now, there are some magicians who will tell you that the ball can dematerialize, travel through time and space, and go right into the cup. I will not insult you like that. Because these magicians, they say that it's real magic. Now, I'm not saying it's real magic. But I'm not saying it's not either. But I know the 3-cup mystery is not the oldest trick in magic, because it wasn't even always done with 3 cups. There was a time in the Dark Ages known as the 2-cup mystery era of history. Look it up. But sometime during the 2-cup mystery era of history, some magicians fell on hard times with the Dark Ages and the plague and all that. And they tried to run this little con game where they put a ball underneath the cup, mix up the cups, get people to bet where the ball was. And they thought they'd make a lot of money, but they didn't. They lost. And the reason was because everybody had 2 eyes and there was only 2 cups. So it didn't work. That's the whole reason they added the 3rd cup in the first place. And then they put the ball under the cup, they mixed the cups up, would have people bet, and the people would lose their money, and the magicians would make a fortune. That's the whole reason they had 3 cups. Before that, the whole thing was always done with 1 less ball and 1 less cup. That was an era known as the 2-cup era, as I mentioned. And the 2-cup era was fine. You didn't miss anything with just the 2 cups, except for the 1 cup, but you could still take a ball and put a ball underneath each cup, and have somebody pick a cup, like Caitlin, pick a cup 1 or cup 2. Watch. I'll take the ball invisibly from cup number 2 right on the end of the wand. You can't see it because it's invisible. And put it invisibly underneath cup 1. We wait a second and then it becomes visible. So that was the 2-cup era. Now, that wasn't even the beginning though, because there was a time before that when the ball was played with even one, or the game was played with even one less ball and one less cup in a time known as the 1-cup era. Now in the 1-cup era, we're talking all the way back in the time of the Greeks didn't try to put the ball under the cup and then mix the cup up, because the Greeks weren't con men, but they were also people of logic, and they knew they would go out of business or get invaded by the Romans. But you could still do magic with the 1-cup, but the 1-cup era wasn't even the beginning. See, there was a time way back in history when there was no tiny baseballs. The very game of tiny baseball hadn't been invented yet. The cave magician would just use a rock. So I'm talking about a time before there were tiny baseballs. There was no wand, there was no cup, just a cave magician and his eyebrow. And he would give it the magician look, and he would do magic. But myself, I'm glad that cups were invented, because the 1-cup era is nice because you can put a ball in your pocket and have it returned to the cup. And as it turns out, you cannot put a ball in your pocket and have it returned to the cup if you don't, in fact, have a cup. That's physics, or one of the pseudosciences. But whether it's the 1-cup era, the 2-cup era, or the 3-cup era, I love them all, but I'll always love the 3-cup era the best, because it was the 3-cup era with the 3 cups that I first fell in love with magic. And with 3 cups, it gives me a spot to keep my lemon and my lime, and I can keep my apricot. So I can carry a whole fruit salad around all day in my little lunch bag. Anyway, that's the 3-cup mystery, and I miss you and I hope you enjoyed it. No fruit were harmed in this filming much.